what is the difference between motivation and discipline? Now, don't fucking click off. This is not one of those fancy edits that spike up your dopamine and shit like that. No, this is just me gonna be sitting down and talking to the camera face to face, right? You do not need all this. Okay, you know whatever. I think I made my point clear already. So people often get mixed up with motivation and discipline. What is the difference? First, let's start off with motivation, right? People go after this all the time. They're like, bro, I wish I was motivated to go gym. I'll go gym if I'm motivated. What is it? It's basically when you feel like going to the gym or when you feel like doing anything in general. Not this doesn't only apply to the gym. It just applies in daily life and doing things you don't feel like doing, pretty much. But motivation basically means you feel like doing the right thing. You feel like going to the gym. You feel like eating clean. You feel like working on your business, right? You feel like grinding. You feel like doing the right thing. But this is pretty rare. When you start off, obviously you might have a lot of motivation. Like you just started going to the gym, right? You have a lot of motivation. That's natural. Most people, including me, including everyone, they were really motivated when they started going gym. But this motivation, maybe quickly, to be honest, not slowly, but quickly dropped. It's just what we basically just got used to it. But it's very hard and basically impossible, actually, to stay motivated on something all your life, all the time. It's very difficult. It's basically impossible to stay motivated on something all the time. Okay, but what is discipline? I got this from Hamza. It's a very good motto. It's when you do when you do the hard thing, especially when you don't feel like it. Literally what it is. When you do the right thing or when you do the hard thing and you put in the effort, especially when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like going to the gym, you go anyways. You don't feel like going to the gym, you go for an extra hour. See, that is what discipline is. When you do the hard thing, especially when you don't feel like it. I never really feel like going to the gym. I'm very rarely motivated to go to the gym. But the thing is, over time I've built up discipline. And it just basically made me easy to go gym. Like, I don't really contemplate whether to go gym. I'm like, oh, should I go gym? Should I do this? No, I just go. I don't feel like going, but I just go. Because I've got a discipline and a mindset. This is just because I've been going for a while. Actually, I've been going for 2 years now, actually. Yeah, actually, shit, it's been 2 years now. Damn. It doesn't even feel like that long ago. But that's because I've been going for 2 years. And eventually I just built up discipline and the habit. And right now, you might be struggling with discipline. But eventually, if you keep on going for long enough, you'll get used to it. And it will basically just be easy. So how do you actually build up discipline? My bad. How do you build up discipline? It's basically just being consistent. So, okay. No, there are multiple ways to build up discipline, but I feel like, number one, this is the most effective strategy. Start off small and work your way up. Obviously, your first gym session, right, is not going to last 2 hours. Actually, okay, it might because you're motivated, but your 10th gym session is not going to last 2 hours because you're most likely not going to feel like it, right? So when you've been going, let's say you lost all your motivation, you've been going gym, and you basically just can't be asked to go gym at all, right? It's okay to not feel like going to the gym, because the thing is, everybody's been there. Andrew Tate has probably been there when he first started out. Everyone's not summer, right? Andrew Tate probably felt like, definitely had feelings, maybe even skipped a few sessions when he basically first started going like kickboxing and stuff. Maybe he skipped a few sessions. That's fine if you skip a session, right? But everybody's been there. I've been there. Andrew Tate has been there. Flipping the most jacked bodybuilders have been there. Everybody's been there, right? Andrew Tate was probably when he first started out, when he just first started out training. Obviously, on some days he didn't feel like it. Maybe he even skipped a few. But now, I highly doubt he would ever skip a session at all. Why? Because he built up discipline. He built so much discipline. And I guarantee, I bet all my money, Andrew Tate is never going to skip a session, like, ever. Unless he has, like, a valid reason. Okay, you know, I'm not actually going to give him my money. But you get what I mean, right? And if you skip a session one time, it's a part of a process, okay? Okay, fine. Maybe it's not fine, right? But it's part of a process. Everybody's been there. I have skipped a session before, right? Everybody skipped a session before. It's part of a process. It's part of building up discipline. So, if you really want to build up discipline, and you just can't be asked to go gym at all, start off small and work your way up. Progressively overload your gym session times and how often you go gym. So, for example, you go gym every day for 20 minutes. That is a manageable amount for most people. You can go lower if you want to. Or maybe to exercise, right? 20 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, start off with that. But over time, when you eventually build up discipline, raise the level, right? Raise the amount of time you go gyms, raise how long you spend in the gym, how long you work out. And eventually, you start to form a habit and you become used to it. And you build up discipline. That's the first way and the most effective way how to build a discipline. Start off small and work you up and progressively overload the amount of times you go gym and how long you spend in the gym. Because it's just a good habit. You just get into the habit of going gym and stuff and you get used to it. Second way is just have good habits. It just that literally like have good habits in your just throughout your day. So this can be from eating clean, not scrolling on TikTok for fucking 10 hours a day, not busting your tiny nuts 10 times a day, right? This can be from stuff like that. Stop playing with, you know what I mean? Stop doing that all the time. Like, come on, you need to take care of your mental health as well. Because it affects your mood and it just stuff that it like affects your mood, your willpower, get enough sleep, that's a good one. Like, you know, just stop spending so much time on social media, get good sleep, stop busting a nut every day, 10 times a day, 5 times a day. Of course, you can also progressively downgrade these. So instead of spending 10 hours, if you're really if you're really addicted, obviously if you can, just go cold turkey and just completely stop, do that. But if you really can't and you're addicted, just work your way down. You need to work your way up on good habits and work your way down on bad habits. And once you start getting rid of bad habits and introducing good habits, your willpower, your discipline, your mental state, it will all go up. And you eventually build up discipline and resilience and willpower to go to the gym, to not eat those biscuits. They're biscuits, not cookies, you American fat fuck. You know what I mean. To stick to your diet, go gym, work on that business, put in the hard work. It'll eventually become easier and you just build up discipline with good habits and when you regularly do it. So that's the difference between motivation. That's a quick recap. Motivation, when you feel like doing the hard things. Discipline, when you do the hard things, especially when you don't feel like it. That's pretty much it. Hopefully you found this helpful. Stay in the grind. Don't indulge in instant gratification, instant pleasures as well. That's also a big one. Hopefully you found this useful. That's all I have to say in a bit.